welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are done with the topic reproduction in plants and animals, in which we talk about some of the terms: ovulation, menstruation, birth, and other terms as well. We also talk about the functions of the female reproductive system. We talk about the ovaries, the cervix, the vagina, and other parts of the female reproductive system. We also talk about the functions of the male reproductive system, in which we talk about penis. We also talk about the urethra, the epididymis, and the testes. Today we are coming to solve questions about reproduction in plants and animals. We are coming to solve more questions on that to deepen your understanding of that topic. Thank you. Okay, so our first question says, where does fertilization typically occur? Where does fertilization typically occur? It means, where does fertilization first take place? Where does fertilization first take place? Okay, so our possible answers. A says uterus, that's the womb. No, the womb is the place where implantation and development of the embryo takes place. So the answer is not the womb. The answer is not the womb. When it comes to the cervix, no cervix. The cervix links the vagina to the what? To the womb. The cervix. So the answer is not cervix as well. The answer is not cervix. The ovary, they do what? They produce hormones, and it also what? Helps in the what? Production of the what? Of the egg. So the answer is what? It's not the ovary. So it's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. Let's come to the fallopian tube. Except fallopian tube is the place where fertilization first takes place before it will move to the womb. Yes. So the right answer for this question is what? Fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is the place where fertilization first takes place. So the answer is fallopian tube. So if you are solving any of these questions, first of all, check the possible answers and remove the one that you think is what is not the answer from it. So you can see that there's not the womb, then ovary, no, then you left with what? Cervix and the fallopian tube. Then you can see that you compare them. Okay, now that's it, not cervix. It's what? Fallopian tube. Thank you. Okay, so question two. See, what is the term for the fertilized egg? What is the term for the fertilized egg? So fertilized egg, from fertilization, fertilized egg. And you see that the definition for fertilization is that is the process, or is the what? Is the fusion of male and female sex cell to form a zygote. So it's the fusion of what? Male and female sex cell to form a zygote. And the male sex cell is what? Is a sperm, and the female sex cell is what? Is the egg to form the zygote. So from that definition, it will help you to get the what? The right answer for this question, right? So the first answers are A, embryo, B, fetus, C, zygote, and D, blastocyst. So the right answer is what? Zygote. Thank you.
Start.
Okay. So question 3. It says implantation typically occurs in which part of the uterus? And as I said, implantation is when the embryo get attached to the walls of the womb or the uterus. It's when the embryo get attached to the walls of the womb or the uterus. Okay. So which part of the uterus, which part of the womb does implantation occurs? Which part of the womb does implantation occurs? So A, it says cervix. This is totally what? Wrong. Which is totally what? Wrong. Because cervix is not part, or is not held, it's not part of the uterus. When we are mentioning part of the uterus, cervix is not part, right? Okay. Now let's come to myometrium. Myometrium is what? Is the inner layer of the, sorry, myometrium is what? Is the middle layer of the what? Of the uterus. Is the middle layer of the uterus. So it's not the right answer. And the perimetrium is the what? Is the outer layer of the what? Of the uterus or the womb, which is also not the right what? Answer. When it comes to the endometrium, is the what? Inner lining of the what? Of the uterus. And we say implantation, the embryo get to attach the walls of the what? Of the uterus or the womb. So the inner lining is the what? Is the right answer. And the inner lining of the uterus is the what? Endometrium. Endometrium. So that is what? The right answer. Thank you. Okay. So question 4. It says, what is the term for the process of giving birth? Yes, the process of giving birth. What is the term for it? Okay. So you have fertilization. Oh, it's not the right answer. Fertilization is the division of male and female sex to form a zygote. So fertilization is not the right answer. Implantation is the what? Is when the embryo gets to attack the walls of the womb. So it's not a process of giving birth. Okay. Gestation is the period between what? Fertilization and birth. So gestation, when you get pregnant from day 1 to the 9th month that you give birth, is what? The gestation period. So that one too is not the right answer. So now parturition is the what? Is the process of giving birth. That is the right what? Answer. The answer is what? Parturition. Okay, thank you. So question 5. What is the role of the placenta? What is the role of the placenta? When I was teaching that topic, I made 3 important words of placenta. Yes, I was able to give you guys 3 important words of placenta. So now the question is asking the role of placenta. Right? Okay. So A, to produce sperm. No. Placenta doesn't produce sperm. Even sperm is in male. Placenta is in female. So this is the right answer. Okay. To regulate, let them see. To regulate the body temperature. No. It doesn't regulate any body temperature. And to provide hormones for menstruation. No. Yes. So when I was teaching that topic, I said that placenta will provide nutrients for the what? For the baby. I would say that placenta what? Provide what? Oxygen for the what? For the developing fetus as well. And I said the placenta helps the baby to remove what? Or the fetus to remove waste to the mother. So I gave you 3 importance of 3 rules of the placenta. So now you can see 2 of them here. It says to provide nutrients and oxygen to the fetus. Yes. To provide nutrients and oxygen to the fetus. So whilst the fetus or the embryo is in the womb, there is in a small sac inside the womb as well called placenta. Yes. So that is the rule of the placenta. Don't forget it. That is the rule of placenta. Placenta provide nutrients to the fetus. Placenta also provide oxygen to the fetus. Okay, so the answer is what? B. The answer is what? B. Thank you. Okay. So question 6. It says, what is the primary purpose of copulation in humans? The primary purpose of copulation in humans. Copulation is also known as what? Mating. And what is copulation? It's the act of having sexual intercourse. So what's the primary purpose for that? What's the primary purpose for sexual intercourse? Okay. So A, to release hormones. No, you don't have sex to release hormones. So it's totally wrong. Like to stimulate, let me see. To stimulate ovulation. To stimulate ovulation, which is false as well, because you don't have sex to stimulate ovulation. Okay. Now, D, to regulate menstrual cycle. D, to regulate menstrual cycle. No, you don't have affair to be that. Okay. Then to facilitate fertilization, yes. So we have affair or we have sex to facilitate fertilization to produce baby. That's the primary purpose for copulation or making or having sex. Yes. So to facilitate fertilization, to produce baby. So the right answer for question number 6 is what? B. Is what? It's B. Thank you. Okay. So question number 7. It says, which of the following is a characteristic of human copulation? Yes, as I said, copulation is the act of having sexual intercourse. So which of the following is a characteristic of what? Copulation. Okay. So A says it occurs only during ovulation. No. We don't have an affair during the time the lady is ovulating. Only. Yes. Don't do that. So it's wrong. It is a reflex action. No. Copulation. It's not what reflex action. Then comes the D. It is not necessary for fertilization. It's false. It is necessary for fertilization. But the first answer is saying that it is not necessary for fertilization, which is what? Wrong. Okay. Now, it is a voluntary action. It is a voluntary action, which means that nobody will force you, right? It's in your own will, then you do it. So if somebody gets pregnant, that the person cannot say that no, somebody will force me to that. Nobody will force you to have affair or to have sexual intercourse. So yes, copulation is a voluntary action. It is a voluntary action. In your own way, then what? You do it, right? So the answer is what? C. Thank you. Okay, so question number 8. Question number 8 says, what is the recommended duration for exclusive breastfeeding? Yes, you know that when the baby is born, the mother breastfeeds the child, right? So what is the duration for that? So A says 1 to 2 months. No, it's what? It's so small, right? Okay, the baby is saying that 3 to 4 months. Now, it's not 3 to 4 months, which is also small. A D, 1 year. No. By the time the child is what? 1 year, you know, the child is old enough to use what? To be the mother. Okay, yes, and the C is saying what 6 months is. So that's the right answer. That is what is the right answer. The duration for breastfeeding is what? 1 to 6 months. 6 months. That's the duration for breastfeeding. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have continued. Question number 9. It says, what is the term for the first milk produced by the mother? Yes. So when the child is born, the first milk that the woman gives to the child, what is the name for that milk? Okay, so A, you have the colostrum. B, you have the formula. C, you have the what? Hen milk. And D, you have the what? The mature milk. Okay, so consider what the possible answers. Hen milk, sorry, formula, no. Hen milk, no. Mature milk, no. The right answer for this question is what? Colostrum. Yes. So when the child is born, the first milk given to the child is called what? Colostrum. Or the first milk produced by the what? By the mother is what? Is the what? Colostrum. So that's what the right answer. That's the right answer. So the possible answer, or the right answer for question number 9 is what? A. Colostrum. Thank you.
Done.
Okay, so the next question, that's question number 10, sorry. Question number 10. It says, what is the primary function of the ovaries? Yes. What is the primary function of the ovaries? A, to produce eggs. B, to produce hormones. C, to nurture the fetus. D, both A and B. Yes, so when I was teaching, I told you 2 functions of what? Of ovaries. I said that ovary what? Is used what? Produce egg And I said that ovary produce what? Hormones known as what? Estrogen. Yes. So what is the function of the what? Of the ovary? So considering this one is correct. This one is correct as well. No. So as a matter of that, both A and B are all correct. So the right answer for question number 10 is D. Both A and B. So that's the right answer. Thank you. Okay. So question number 11. It says which part of the female reproductive system produces estrogen? Yes. So which part of the female reproductive system produces what? Estrogen. When we're talking about the functions of the female reproductive system, we say that ovaries what? Produces what? Hormones. The ovaries, they produces what? Hormones. And the hormones that the ovaries what produces for the female is known as what? Estrogen. Yeah, so that's why we're not supposed to waste much time for this question. So the right answer for this one is what? For this one is what? Ovaries. Yes, ovaries produces what? Hormones, which is known as what? Estrogen. Okay, so question 11. The right answer is what? A. Thank you. Okay, so question 13. It says which part of the male reproductive system produces testosterone? Yes. So which part of the male reproductive system produces what? Testosterone. Yes. So A, you have testes. What's the function of the testes? Yes. The testes what? Produces what? Hormones. Yes. Testes, they do what? They produce what? Hormones in males, which is known as what? Testosterone. So for this question as well, you are not supposed to waste much time on it. So the right answer for this question as well is what? A was epididymis stores sperms. This one, but then they produce what? Signal fluid for the sperm to swim inside. So the right answer for question number 13 is what? A. That's testes. Thank you. Okay, so the next question says, what is menstruation? What is menstruation? By ladies. So I'm not expecting you guys to get this question wrong. Okay. So these are the possible answers. So A, release of an egg from the ovary. Release of an egg from the ovary. That's what ovulation, right? So it is wrong. It is wrong. You can see implantation here. It's the implantation of the fertilized egg. Implantation is when the what? The fertilized egg get attached to the walls of the what? Of the womb. So that one too is what? Is wrong as well. Okay. Then production of hormones. Menstruation is the production of hormones. No, that is not the right word. Definition for menstruation. You know that the testes produces the hormones, or the ovaries produces the hormones. So therefore, it's not the right definition for what? Menstruation. Now we have B, the shedding of the uterine lining. Yes, the shedding of the uterine lining. So that's the right answer for this question. The shedding of the uterine lining. So as a matter of fact, the blood comes out from the vagina every month. So the right answer for this question is what? Is the B, the shedding of the uterine lining. Okay. So the next question says, what is the rule of the epididymis? Yes. What is the rule of the epididymis? Okay, so the possible answers. A, to produce sperms. No, know that the testis produces the sperms. So this was totally wrong. To transport sperms. No, it's not the right answer. To transport sperms. No. We have a D, to produce hormones. The testis produce hormones as well. So that one too is not the right answer. Yes. Okay. Now to what? To store sperms. When I was teaching the topic, I said that epididymis what? Stores sperms temporarily. Yes. So it stores sperms temporarily. So the right answer for this question is what? C. To store sperm. To store sperms. Okay. So the next question is saying that what is the function of the penis? What is the function of the penis? During the lesson, we learned that the penis helps in the secretion of what? Semen into the vagina during what? Sexual intercourse. The penis helps in the secretion of semen into the vagina during what? Sexual intercourse. Now we have these possible answers. So based on that function, we can compare it to these possible answers and what? And fish the right answer from it. So the A is saying that to produce sperm. B, to deliver sperm into the female reproductive tract. C, to transport sperms. D, to regulate hormones. So it's obvious that the right answer for this question is what? Is B, to deliver sperm into the female reproductive tract. So the right answer for this question is what? B. Okay, thank you. So the next question is what is the function of the vagina? What is the function of the vagina? During the lesson, you learned that one major function of the vagina is that it's the organ through which a baby is what? Is born. It's the organ through which a baby is born. We also learned that the vagina is the organ which will receive semen during what? Sexual intercourse. So the vagina will receive semen during sexual intercourse. So we learned these two what? Functions. So checking the possible answers, it is obvious that the right answer for this question is what? A C, to receive what? Sperms, which means that A, to produce egg. Vagina does not produce any egg, so it is wrong. B, to nurture the fetus. No, the fetus is in the womb, so the vagina does not perform that function. So it's totally what's wrong. And to regulate hormones, which is what? Wrong. So checking about the two major functions of the vagina, you can see that the right answer for this question is what? C, to receive sperms or semen during what? Sexual intercourse. Thank you. So this is the last question for our tutorials. Okay, so it says, what is the term for the process of releasing sperm from the body? Yes, so during the sexual intercourse, sperm is released into the what? Into the what? The vagina. So what's the term for it? What is the term for it? So checking the possible answers, we have fertilization. We know that fertilization though is the fusion of male sex cell, which is what? The what? The sperm, and female sex cell, which is the what? The egg, to form what? Zygote. Fusion of male and female sex cell to form a zygote. As a matter of that, that is not the right answer. Okay, then we have spermatogenesis. So I think this is one of the terms, or one of the scientific terms concerning what? Sperms. Yes, this way. Okay, so it's not the right answer. They are not giving any sperm here. Okay, then we have ovulation. Yes, ovulation is the release of the egg into the what? Into the fallopian tube. Ovulation is the release of egg into the fallopian tube. So that one too is not the right answer. Now we have what? Ejaculation. Yes. So ejaculation is the release of what? Sperm or semen into the what? Into the vagina during what? Sexual intercourse. So that is the what? The right answer. That is the right answer for this question. Thank you for joining today's session. Goodbye.